Do you know that something as easy as cleaning your house at the wrong time could be keeping luck and wealth away from you? As you watch this movie, you will learn the best time to clean and the times when you should never clean. An old trick about which way to clean to bring in good energies and stay away from energies that are stuck when you're alone in the house. I will tell you the best times and ways to turn your home's energy into a good luck magnet if you read all the way to the end. Do not miss it. Also, if you watch the whole movie, I'll show you how to use 3 special essences to make cleaning your home more effective and bring in money to keep you from being poor. Manifest in the comments, "My house brings in plenty." Let's begin now that we're ready. When should you not clean your house? Back then, when the sun went down and night fell, families gathered inside, shut the doors, and let the silence fill the whole room. It was a holy time, a time to rest, and let the pair be filled with a peaceful, healing energy. What the ancestors taught us is that cleaning at night, like at 8 o'clock, can do more than just clean the octopus. For a moment, think about how cleaning the night would be like trying to get rid of the silence itself. It would be against the peace that the night brings. According to our ancestors, the night is when a couple recharges, gathering good energy and getting ready for the next day. We might not be aware that when we clean the night, we are taking away the couple's gifts, as if we were cleaning the good luck and plenty. I'll tell you a story that will show you how important this idea is. A woman named Jana lived in a small town. That's how hard Jana worked, and she loved taking care of her family and husband. She sometimes thought she should clean every part of the house before going to sleep every night after a long day at work. So, she swept every night because she thought that making sure everything was clean was a sign of devotion. But as time went on, Jana saw that things were not going well. The good things that used to happen to her seemed to go away. She didn't get as many visits. Her job chances dried up, and her relationship with her partner felt tense for no reason. One day, an old woman from the village saw how upset she was and told her, "Jana, my daughter, you are cleaning the night." Jana felt a little confused and thought that this had something to do with her problems, but she didn't know what it was. The old woman then told her that energy should be taken care of at night, not taken away. When you clean after dawn, you take away the good in your couple. You should rest at night to get the gifts you need for the next day. Jana has been listening to what the old woman said since that day. She chose to only clean during the day instead of leaving the house clean at night. Things started to change over time. Peace came back to the couple. They started seeing each other again. And slowly, chances and good luck came back as well. If you ever want to clean at night, think about Jana's story and what her parents taught her. Try to wait until the next day to clean up next time. But if you have to clean at night, do it slowly and without jerky moves. Respect the sacred calm that comes with night. This small act of respect can help your relationship stay full of happiness and peace. We leave luck, love, and good relationships in every spot where we are quiet at night. Friends, remember that the couple is not just a place, but a mirror of who we are. Let's take care of it and let that peaceful energy fill it up at night. When we wake up, it will protect and bless us. When is the best time to clean? An important time is in the morning, when the first rays of sunlight come in through the windows, and the world seems to slowly wake up. Some people believe that if we clean our homes early in the morning between 6 and 9 a.m., we can get rid of the energies that stayed there all night and make room for the new, fresh, and prosperous energies that come with the day. Think about it. Dawn is like a gift. It's a new start. The couple's energies rest at night. And when the sun comes up, we need to let go of this buildup so that benefits can come in. There is more to cleaning the floor in the morning than meets the eye. When we do this, we make an invisible path for happiness and plenty to come into our home. I learned this story in a small temple where a wise man named Lihuyai lived. Lihuyai was an elder who was loved by his people. He was known for being kind and happy, People said that he and his wife were always lucky, and many people came to him for tips on how to make their own homes lucky too. A young man named Chun, who was having a hard time, went to see Lihuiai one day. Chun asked Maestro, "How can I bring wealth to my home? I feel like luck has left me, and that troubles and lack always follow me." While he spoke, Lihuiai kept quiet and smiled. "Come see me very early tomorrow, and I will show you the secret to wealth," he said. Chun went back early in the morning, just as the land was getting its first light from the sun. He saw the old man pick up a broom and move slowly and carefully from inside to outside of his house to clean the front door, as if he were performing an old rite. When he was done, Lihuiai turned to the young man and told him that cleaning in the morning is more than just cleaning. It's an act of being open and inviting. We let go of the bad spirits of the night when we clean up as the sun comes up. This makes room for the good and new to come into our lives. Every cleaning is a welcome to plenty. Chun started cleaning every morning after that with the same patience and devotion he saw in the old man. Soon, he saw that his life was having changes. It seemed like chances came her way easily. The stress in her home went away, and she felt a peace in her heart that she had never felt before. She had learned that cleaning was a way to bring luck and peace into her life. So, friends, if you want to make a change or start over, try cleaning early in the morning. It's not enough to just clean the octopus. You need to let good things in and welcome success into your home. It can become a sacred practice to clean between 6 and 9 in the morning when the world is filled with light. This is the time to let go of the old and welcome the new. As you clean, imagine that each step you take is making a way for good things to come your way. This little thing can show the world that you are ready to receive plenty, and know that sometimes the simplest movements can lead to the biggest changes, just like Lihuiai taught Chun. Why not clean up at noon? There are many cultures and ancient beliefs that hold noon as a sacred time, because it is when the sun is at its highest point and the day seems to shine with all its glory. At this point in time, everything is alive and full of energy, which makes us want to move forward, make things, and work with excitement. But the same force that drives us is also weak, just like noon is a time of fine balance. People think that any break, especially a cleaning task like sweeping, can change that energy and spread its power. It is said in these lessons that cleaning at noon can scratch off with a spatula the good mood we've been building up all day. It's as if taking away the surroundings at this time of the day throws off the balance of our own energies. People who want to keep the flow of wealth and productivity that the morning has brought us value this belief very much. There is a story about a man named Hero who was famous in his town for being a great carpenter. People loved his works because they were so perfect and beautiful, and his hands seemed to move to the beat of an unseen force. Things changed one day, though. Hero took notice that he didn't have as much energy as he used to. The jobs that used to be easy and quick were now heavier and harder. This happened even though he worked long hours. It looked like his good mood had left him. Illness and confusion filled Hero's mind. The happiness he used to feel while working was gone, and even though he worked harder, his results did not get better. Over the course of the days, the tiredness grew. In the past, Hero's neighbors and friends never seemed to have enough energy, but now they saw that he was walking with his shoulders slouched and his eyes sad. This made them worry. Hero was desperate, so he chose to go see an old wise man from his community who had helped many people through hard times. The wise man carefully listened and watched everything he did and said. After a long time, he asked him a question he didn't expect. "Tell me, Hero, what do you do at work every noon?" Hero was shocked by the question and said that he always washed his work at the same time, so that by the afternoon, everything would be in order. He thought this would help him start the second part of the day with a clean area. The old man, who was calm because he had lived a long time, told him, "Hero, noon is a time of balance. The excitement of the morning is still there, and the afternoon is about to pick up speed. Now is the time to keep what you've made and not share it with other people. If you wash your clothes at noon, you interrupt the flow of your own energy and use up that good habit that you have with you." Hero did what he was told because he was interested and determined to get his energy back. He didn't wash his clothes the next day. Instead, he took a break from his work. He sat still, let the sunlight in through the windows, and took deep breaths. He let the energy of the morning flow through him without stopping. His luck and happiness slowly came back over the course of a few days. Hero learned that making small changes to our habits can sometimes make our lives more peaceful again. There are ways to clean up the space at noon that won't mess up the mood. Instead of washing the dishes, you could just open the windows and let fresh air and natural light in. This small action lets the energy flow freely, which refreshes the space without drastically changing it. You could also put a plant in a corner near the door as an option. The energy of plants is protected. They can take in bad energy and change the space, keeping the home balanced and fresh. These green friends also bring the spirit of nature inside, a quiet reminder that home can be a place of peace and renewal. Noon is also a good time for a small routine that helps you think about yourself. Instead of washing, you can start a scented candle or some incense, take a deep breath, and think about the things you want to do that day. The soft scent of incense or the light from a candle can make a peaceful environment without having to move energy around pointlessly. This break not only makes the place feel new again, but it also gives us the energy and strength to keep going. Our home has cycles and rhythms just like we do. The story of the turn and noon helps us remember this. There are times to work, save, and take a break. When we're looking for the right space, we can forget how important it is to honor these cycles. But if we respect the hours of the day and let the energy flow freely, we can keep the balance we've created and let the house, like us, breathe in peace. Now, which way should we clean to bring in good energy and get rid of bad energy? In ancient times, cleaning wasn't just about getting rid of dust and dirt. It had a much greater meaning. Cleaning has turned into a ritual that helps clear the energy of the house, letting go of mental burdens, tensions, and anything else that can't be seen, but can be felt. In this case, the direction of the cleaning was very important. People said that the best way to let the energy move was to clean from the inside out. Negativity was symbolically pushed out with each stroke of the broom toward the door, making room for good energy to enter and flow easily. It wasn't enough to just get rid of the dirt. They had to make a way or flow so that the house could be peaceful and quiet. There was a woman named Aiko who lived in a faraway town. She was known for being kind and generous. But Aiko thought her marriage couldn't give her the peace she so desperately wanted. Even though she cleaned her house very well, it had a heavy feeling, like something was holding it back, or like the walls themselves held a sadness that she couldn't explain. An old woman from the town came up to Aiko one morning and told her a story about a lesson her ancestors had taught her. "Hi, Aiko," when I asked her, "Have you ever thought about how to clean? Where do you clean?" Aiko admitted that she had never really thought about which way she was cleaning, because it was just something she did every day. That old woman, who had lived a long time, told her that when you clean from the inside out, you do more than just get rid of dust. We get rid of things that don't serve us anymore and clear the house of forces that have built up without our knowledge. Each clean is a message, the old woman said. You are telling the bad energies that they don't belong in your home when you clean out. This is a place for peace and wealth. Aiko chose to do what the old woman said. From then on, every morning she started cleaning from the back of the house and brought everything to the front door. As she cleaned, she imagined that each step pulled the things that were bad for the environment out of the house. Her house started to feel different over time. People who came over would say that the place felt lighter, and Aiko herself would notice that her mood got better, as if her home finally gave her the peace she had been looking for. Cleaning from the inside out is more than just cleaning the outside. By cleaning up toward the door that leads out, we allow the energy to flow easily and free the spaces of the things that have been holding us back over time. Many years ago, people taught that the house is like a live thing that needs to get rid of things that don't serve it anymore. Each move outward is a way to represent letting go. Our willingness to let go of what is holding us back shows that we are ready for the good to take its place. By doing these things on purpose, we can make our home a more peaceful place that truly welcomes and cares for us. When you do this, your home turns into a place of peace and wealth. As we clean, we are reminded that the things we can't see also need our attention. When we take care of the energy flow in the house, we are also taking care of our own health. People who respect and follow this tradition should not be in a place where energy is stuck, tension is high, or negativity is present. If you want to try this, start cleaning from the inside out, like in the beds or living room, and work your way out the front door. Imagine that every time you move, you're making room for luck and peace to come in and be greeted. You can make this cleansing stronger by adding essences like rosemary or rue to the water. These help get rid of negative spirits more effectively. So, when the day is over, the house is a place that is free of stress and ready to welcome you as a real place of peace and balance. How to keep the house from getting stuck with energy when it's empty. You can feel when a house is left alone for a long time, right? Even though everything is neat and clean, the environment can feel heavy because people don't move around or do much there. It's like the space is waiting for something that never comes. In old beliefs, it was said that a house by itself can hold a certain kind of energy for a long time. But there are things we can do to keep the energy going, even if no one comes to the house or we leave it alone for a long time. To keep the energies from getting stuck, it's important to keep the flow going, make the house feel clean, and let it breathe. Her name was May, and she lived in a small house on the edge of town. May worked hard and did most of her work outside during the day. Even though she went home every night, being by herself during the day seemed to change the surroundings. May felt like the air was heavy when she opened the door at night. There was nothing wrong with her home, but she missed the love she was looking for. May asked her grandma, who was a wise woman who believed in old teachings, about it. The walls, things, and hallways need movement and life, her grandmother told her. There are ways to keep the energy going even when you're not there. Like you do every morning when you leave, let the house breathe. May started to do some things that her grandma told her to do to keep the energy from getting stuck. Small changes were made to her home over time. When she got back, it was much more open, peaceful, and welcoming, as if someone had been waiting for her. May's first lesson was how important it is to plan ahead. Keeping areas clear lets energy move without any problems. Things get heavier over time when the house is empty, so it's important that the halls, tables, and other surfaces are clear. May would clean up quickly every once in a while, leaving the rooms clean and in order. The order helped keep the mood of the house light, even though no one was there during the day. When May was young, her grandma told her that broken or old things have energy that doesn't move. Keeping things around that don't work or serve a purpose anymore makes the space feel charged. May began to go through her coffins and closets and get rid of things she didn't need or that were broken. So she did it because she thought it would let new energy in. His house started to smell better and feel friendlier. Besides the furniture and paint, the way a house looks and feels is also very important. May learned that plants, soft colors, and decorating items that made her happy and at peace could make her home a peaceful place. Among other things, plants protect the home by soaking up negative energy and keeping the air clean. May put plants in the corners and near the windows so that her home would feel like a garden even when she wasn't there. For May, opening the windows every morning, even if it was only a few minutes before going, turned into a habit. By doing this easy thing, you clear the air of the old and let in the newness of the day. Like us, Grandma told him, every hallway in the house needs to be able to breathe. Putting open the windows lets the house wake up and take in energy from the outside, with the goal of leaving a peaceful energy behind. May also started to light a lamp or incense before she left. Even though it was only a short thing, it was enough to give the house some noise. May thought about how the light would fill her home as she lit the candle. She felt like her home was waiting for her, as if the spark kept the link between her and her home alive. Through May's story, we can learn that our home shows our presence even when we're not there. In order to make a place that welcomes and supports us, we need to take care of it and keep it clean, organized, and fresh. Even though we're not there most of the time, the house holds a part of who we are. By keeping it moving and in tune with nature, we invite wealth, peace, and abundance to stay. Now, how can water and essences be used to make the cleaning better? People have been cleaning their homes for as long as people have been around. In many cultures, adding natural essences to the process makes it more holy. Some plants, like rosemary, sage, and cinnamon, are more than just smells. Their job is to protect the home, bring good luck, and keep the energy upbeat. We are performing a powerful rite by adding these essences to the water we use for cleaning. This takes the cleaning to a spiritual level and invites wealth and health to stay with us. There was a young woman named Mariko who lived in a town far away. She lived in a small house with gardens all around it. Mariko took care of her marriage and always made sure things were in order, but she felt like her house was heavy, like something unseen was blocking the peace she wanted. The neighbors gave her advice on everything, like how to change the decor, how to open the windows more often, and even how to rearrange the buildings. But it didn't work. As Mariko talked to an old woman at the market one day, she told her how uneasy she was. When she was done talking, the old woman smiled and said, "Mariko, marriage shows what's in our hearts and the energy we want to attract. Try something new if you want to make a big change. You can clean with water that has a special flavor added to it. For example, add rue to protect yourself, cinnamon to bring you wealth, or rosemary to clean. Let these plants clean up what you can't see and speak for you." Mariko was interested, so when she got home, she put some rosemary leaves and cinnamon in a cube of water. She felt something different when the smell came into the room. It was like the walls of her marriage were living. She started to clean calmly, going from the back of her house to the front door. She imagined the smell of the essences filling every hallway and getting rid of not only the dust but also any energy that was getting in the way of peace. Mariko noticed that the mood in her marriage had changed over the course of the days. It was easier to deal with things, the visits were fun, and she felt lighter than she ever had before. As she learned, essences can deeply change the space we live in, bringing peace and balance to it even though they can't be seen. It's not by chance that the essences of rosemary, cinnamon, and rue were picked according to old beliefs. Each one has unique qualities that can change the energy of our marriage. Rue is known as the Great Protector. It is thought to be able to keep away bad energies and protect individuals in marriage in many countries. By putting a few drops of rue essence into the water, we're making an energy wall that keeps the marriage safe and peaceful. Cinnamon is warm and sweet, and it is thought to bring wealth and happiness. Some people believe that the smell of cinnamon brings about wealth and makes a space feel welcome. We are asking for luck to come into our lives by cleaning with water that smells like cinnamon. Rosemary is a sign of purity and cleaning. Its fresh smell helps to clear out old energies and make the place feel new again. Rosemary is perfect for people who want to create a light and airy space that gets rid of any stress or nightmares. Add a few drops of your favorite essence to the water you use to clean, especially in the morning or at the end of the workday, to do this energy cleansing. The morning is the best time to set the mood and bring in the good energy of the day. At the end of the trip, the essences help to let go of any tension that may have been building up. While you clean, let the scent surround you, and imagine that this perfume cleans every corner, removing your stress and replacing it with a place of peace and well-being. This easy tradition not only makes the house look nicer, but it also reminds us that by doing small things, we can bring happiness and success into our lives. We turn an everyday task into a meaningful rite by adding essences to the water we use to clean. This ritual cleans not only the room itself, but also the emotional and spiritual parts of it. It brings new, good energy into the home. Marie learned from her story that plants and their essences are gifts from nature that can bring peace, protection, and plenty into our homes if we use them with purpose. Small things like using essences can make a big difference, so don't forget that. Because our home's energy is like a river, it should be able to run freely, bringing us peace, wealth, and plenty. By doing small things, we can help this energy move smoothly, so it doesn't get stuck or spread out when things are delicate. By knowing when and how to clean, even if it's just a simple task like dusting, we can protect this flow of energy and feel more connected to the place where we live. We respect a natural cycle, protect the energy of our work, and let luck and wealth come into the home when we don't clean at certain times. These tips are easy things we can do to change the world and make our lives more peaceful. Remember that home isn't just a place, it's also how we feel inside. Taking care of him and paying attention to him is good for us too. If you liked this guide and want to learn more about how simple things you do every day can boost your energy and health, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell. This way, you won't miss any videos that teach and give you tips that can help you live a happy, balanced life. And now you're leaving, I want to hear what you think. Did you know these myths about cleaning at home? Do you do anything extra to keep your home's energy in good shape? Leave a comment with your story. Sharing our stories here makes us all better people and helps this place feel like a community.